Alana,
Yes.
I finished a book this morning called Dark Matter by Blake Crouch.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine recommended it to me the other day on the phone, and apparently Mr. Crouch just released a new novel.
Oh, well.
Dark Matter came out some years ago. There's a lot of talk in it about alternate realities.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering,
Yeah.
do you think that there's a parallel reality where you are in favor of legalizing drugs and I'm against it?
No.
Okay.
No.
And would you even be able to talk to that Alana if she came here?
No.
Really?
Because there's only one me, Bubs.
How would you feel, babes?
What?
If you woke up and there was some sort of weird connection to like a parallel universe and you met Alana, but she's like super liberal Alana. How would you feel about that?
That would be strange.
Like a hippie Alana, almost.
Yeah, that would be so out of character.
Yeah.
That's really strange.
That would make a fun script for a movie.
We could call it Meet the Other Me? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a little bit weird. Like the person would learn about life from the other version of them.
Yeah, I don't know what we'd call it, parallel something. And this girl who's like really, really uptight, doesn't have a lot of luck with guys, goes to bed, and she wakes up, feels somebody touching her, and turns over and sees herself trying to, make something happen. And they both scream and realize that the hippie version of her came over from a different reality. And now they're going to teach each other about their ways of life. And it could be a romantic comedy called Falling in Love with Me. Because they realize at the end of the movie that the other one's not going to go back to her alternate reality. Yeah. And they're going to stay and be a couple.
What?
Okay, yeah. Here's a premise.
Bubs.
Hold on, I'm working this out, babes.
Okay.
A girl, we'll call her Samantha.
Yeah.
Is blonde hair, just turned 30. She's in a relationship with a guy, but it's not really going anywhere. And she's super uptight. And again, she goes to bed, wakes up next to herself. And they try to figure out what happened. Samantha has a friend who's a scientist who's like kind of like nutty and out there. Yeah. And explains, this isn't supposed to happen. And you have 2 months and then this portal is going to open up for 10 seconds. And we can send the other Samantha back to her universe. Meanwhile, they have to live together. And they have to deal with each other's flaws. So it's kind of like Mirror, Mirror, the Star Trek episode, meets The Odd Couple, meets I don't know, Clueless.
So they have to live with each other. They don't love. They're like sisters almost.
Yeah, and they fight a lot, and then it comes back the time for the portal to open for hippie Samantha to go home.
Yeah,
and she's about to jump in. By this time, our Samantha has realized that she doesn't want to be with this man. And they've broken up. So hippie Samantha helped her in the relationship, but she's no longer wants to be with him. Oh, I know. Even better. Hold on. Regular Samantha repaired her relationship and is going to get married the same night that hippie Samantha is going to go back to her universe. So hippie Samantha is waiting in the living room for the portal to open up back to her world, thinking that regular Samantha has left her. But regular Samantha decides to run away from the wedding and come back and be with hippie Samantha for her last moments. And as the portal is opening, the door opens and regular Samantha walks in and hippie Samantha says, "I thought you wanted Bill." And she says, "No, I want to be with you." And then they hug each other and it fades to black. And next thing we see is a priest saying, "Do you take this person? Do you take that person?" And you realize that the two Samanthas have decided to marry each other.
Oh, Bubs.
So it's called Falling in Love with Me.
That's a weird one. I don't think I like that idea, Bubs. It's kind of weird.
Bubs. What?
Weird.
I think that could work. I mean, it's very incestuous, I guess.
That's a little bit weird, Bubs. I don't want to promote incest or.
I was playing music with some guys, babes.
When was this?
This was years and years ago, before we met.
Okay.
And a group of us, 2 of them were brothers, and one of the brothers starts filling up the other one's ass.
What?
Yeah. And the guy
Where was this?
This was here in Portland.
Okay.
The guy whose house it is like, no. I'm cool with most things, guys, but incest, you can't do that at my house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he?
I think they were joking around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the brother was the brother like, go away? What are you doing?
No, they're both playing around with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got to write that script, babes.
No.
Falling in love with me.
No.
Uh-oh.
I don't think so.
Why not?
It's a weird script, Bub. That's not for incest. It's a little bit weird.
But, well, hold on. Let's say, again...
Why do they have to be with each other? Why couldn't it, like, I don't know, end differently?
Who knows you better than yourself?
Ah.
Oh, that's our tagline.
Who knows you better than yourself?
Falling in love with me. Who knows you better than yourself?
I don't like falling in love with me,
This
Bubs.
movie's coming together, babes.
No, Bubs.
Okay.
Hey, I have to agree with this.
Well, I could always go rogue and write it myself, babes. Let me ask you something.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Jaylo. Let's say, God forbid, we break up.
Okay.
And the next day you wake up in bed next to the hippie version of Alana. And you two spend a lot of time together. And I know you're completely straight and you're against incest and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Could you ever see marrying yourself? Like from the alternate universe? Because this story is loosely based on you, except, obviously I'm in the picture.
No.
Uh-oh. And we made her white for mainstream America, too.
That's a little bit weird.
Uh-oh.
So what, like the real me would have black hair and she would be blonde?
Well, no, it would just be her sensibility is different than yours. So she's super, super lib, fights for all the, it's like a Bernie person, all that stuff. Oh, no. She's a Trump person, but in her universe, Trump is like super lib and Bernie's ultra conservative. Oh, I like this.
Oh, Bubs, this is a really weird idea.
Uh-oh.
I don't like the idea of being in love with myself.
So you couldn't imagine a world where you would marry yourself?
No.
Okay.
It's insane.
All right.
No.
Well, I just thought, it's good to talk about this stuff, babes, because it might come up, someday.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever. Whatever.
Jaylo.
Yep.
I have been revisiting the books of Peter Biskind.
Uh-huh.
He did Easy Riders, Raging Bulls.
Uh-huh.
He also did a book called, I think, My Lunch with Orson.
Oh, wow. Who's Orson?
Orson Welles.
Oh, Orson Welles.
I read that like a year ago.
Oh, that one, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that. When he's talking about how it was with working with Orson and things like that.
Craziness.
Yeah.
I think he might have just been the editor on that one, actually. But he was involved with that.
Oh.
He also wrote a biography on Warren Beatty.
Oh, wow.
But this week I was rereading Easy Riders, Raging Bulls, and Down and Dirty Pictures. It's been years since I've read these books.
Oh, wow.
I still remember when Peter Biskind was on Charlie Rose promoting Easy Riders, Raging Bulls. And it was like a panel with him, I want to say Janet Maslin and Quentin Tarantino.
Who's Janet Maslin?
She was like a film critic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to say for the New York Times.
Okay.
And it was interesting. And I always wanted to read it, but I didn't for years and years and years. And finally I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I read that in Down and Dirty Pictures again this week. And in Easy Riders, Raging Bulls, the last time I read it was before I read The Artist's Way. Mm-hmm. And your girl, Julia Cameron, is mentioned in the book.
Oh, good.
When they start talking about Scorsese. Now, Cameron has said before that he had issues with alcoholism.
Oh, wow.
In the book, it makes it sound like Scorsese's inner circle didn't really like Julia Cameron.
Really?
Yeah, they thought that she was too controlling.
Wow.
She was a mean person.
Oh.
But she also...
When she was on alcohol.
Exactly.
Oh.
And they also gave her credit with helping to rewrite some scenes in Taxi Driver.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very.
How do you feel about that?
Being that I don't know much about Julia Cameron, only from what you told me, that's pretty crazy.
She is such an interesting person to me. I mean, her book is so much helpful.
So new agey.
Oh my goodness, that's what you got.
Or I'm sorry, self-helpish.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be. So I'm cool with it.
No, that's good for you then.
Good for me and good for you.
It just seems like so much of a commitment that yeah.
The thing about Down and Dirty Pictures is I remember him bashing Harvey Weinstein, and I read the book before the allegations came out.
Right, okay.
But I forgot about how much of the book he devotes to what an asshole Harvey Weinstein
like half of it?
Probably more than that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's if anything, it should be called How Harvey Weinstein Ruined Independent Movies in the 90s.
I can't
that should be the subtitle.
I mean, when you told me about the Rosie O'Donnell M. Night Shyamalan thing, because you said that you said earlier today that Harvey Weinstein made him cry.
Harvey Weinstein apparently had a reputation. Now, I knew this from the first time I read the book.
Yeah.
But I didn't know this when I was growing up. And I was reading movie magazines.
Okay.
But he liked to recut people's films. And the rumor was that he made M. Night Shyamalan cry. And this was before The Sixth Sense. Because Shyamalan made some low-budget movie with your girl, Rosie O'Donnell. Now, apparently, they got along.
Yeah.
So he finds out the movie's being cut. He asks Rosie O'Donnell, could you please step in and help with this?
Yeah.
She goes to Harvey Weinstein. It's maybe been on the phone. And also, this is chronicled in another book called Rebels on the Backlot.
Okay.
And I think Rebels on the Backlot tells more of the details. According to one of those books, Harvey Weinstein called Rosie O'Donnell a cunt, and she refused to promote the movie or have anything to do with Harvey Weinstein after that.
Wow.
Yeah. And all she's trying to do is stick up for this guy.
And she was defending M. Night Shyamalan. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's super. One, you probably shouldn't go around calling people that.
No.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
But also, too, it's super disrespectful to just edit people's movies.
Yeah.
Like the only one who really got love, not the only one, but as far as filmmakers from Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Is pretty much Quentin Tarantino.
He would edit movies?
No, but he treated Quentin Tarantino like a son almost.
And everybody else, they were just like peasants to him, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, I say that, but then there's a few other stories in the book. So Kevin Smith, you know who Jason Mewes is, right?
Sounds familiar. I don't know who that is. But it sounds familiar.
Refresh my memory. What Kevin Smith movies have you seen?
No, I don't think I've seen any.
Oh,
except for parts of Chasing Amy.
We got to watch that in full sometimes. There's two characters. His films are oftentimes called like the Jersey films, right?
Okay.
Because they have characters that overlap and whatnot.
Right.
But there's Jay and Silent Bob. Kevin Smith is Silent Bob. And Jay is played by Jason Mewes.
Okay, yeah.
So Kevin Smith tells this story. They might have been promoting Chasing Amy.
Yeah.
And he's on a private plane with Jason Mewes and Harvey Weinstein, and it's just the three of them.
Okay.
And at this time, Jason Mewes' mom is dying of HIV.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
It's a couple-hour flight, and Jason Mewes, I'm assuming, is stressed out by this.
Yeah.
And it comes up in conversation.
Yeah.
According to Kevin Smith, Harvey Weinstein got really concerned and says, we're going to get your mom the best treatment. I know the best doctors. After this flight, I'm giving you my number, and we're going to work this out. Okay. And according to Kevin Smith, Harvey Weinstein actually followed through on this and made sure that his mom got excellent treatment. Now, she still died.
Yeah.
But it is a good reminder that he's human and not just this monster who all he did was wreck people's lives.
He's human, but at the same time, I wonder if because he was such a a famous director, right?
Who?
Harvey Weinstein.
He's a famous producer.
I mean, producer. I'm sorry, famous producer of films, right?
Mm-hmm.
He took advantage of that fame, I would think, and
absolutely,
and hurt a lot of girls, women, hurt a lot of other people that were in the film industry.
A lot of filmmakers.
Yeah, a lot of filmmakers, and just stepped on people's toes to get where he is. And now how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, it was so crazy for me when Me Too happened, right? Because I kind of believed the hype around Harvey Weinstein. Now, again, I read a couple of books about him, so I had a better idea of the picture.
Yeah.
But it still didn't really completely sink in because, and I was telling you this morning, you were kind of aware of Miramax films when you were growing up.
A little bit, yeah.
But you weren't like into it like I was.
No, I wasn't, like a film buff.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of movies, but I wasn't like a film buff like you were.
Like I read Movie Magazine. I read
Film Fever.
I watched Film Fever.
Film Fever was yeah.
I read a lot of these film magazines. I went to the cinema all the time.
Yeah.
So but you did watch the Cosby Show, and I was trying to say, in a sense, in a way, Harvey Weinstein was my Bill Cosby. He was kind of like, I mean, maybe because of the allegations, he was like really like my dad, but in a way, he was kind of like the dad I wish I had, because he put out these really cool films. Some of the movies he was involved with are part of the tapestry of my life. Like, they're films I think about a lot. So it was really this jarring thing when all the Me Too stuff went down with him.
And we were talking about this morning how I told you about this guy who was from India. His name is Ravi Zacharias.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know much about him. I've heard his voice before. I heard him speaking. Didn't know what his name was. And then he had a show. And I think his organization was like RZIM or something. It was his ministry. And they had a show. And this is like, I didn't know about the show until 2 years when I moved in here.
We were dating, y'all, once you found out about this, man.
Oh, my goodness.
We were dating, y'all. Keep going.
Bubs. Really?
Yeah.
I think they pretty much figured it out, the ones who have been listening a lot. Anywho. It wasn't that long when I found out that he died not that long ago. He had cancer. And this was a couple of years ago, I think I heard about it. And, excuse me. And then people were saying on recordings, like they were talking about him and they're saying, oh, he was a great guy, had a great sense of humor. He was very humble. He, answered people's questions. He was very, articulate, all that, whatever. And then I find out that after he died, there was a scandal surrounding him that he, did some like sexual things with other women that were not his wife. And it was a major scandal. I don't know the details and I don't need to know, but they promptly off that station took off the station I was listening to took his show off of the air.
Now, I'm conflicted on this.
Off the station.
And I kind of told you why, but I'll repeat it here. So I saw the Cosby Show as a kid, but it wasn't really my jam. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it.
And I did.
Right. As reprehensible as I think Bill Cosby is, I still think that people should have access to watch the Cosby Show. I don't think it should be, but having said that, if somebody doesn't want to watch it because of that, okay, that's totally cool.
Yeah, I don't think that shows like that should be taken off the air just because of a scandal surrounded by it. I think that people should have the right to watch whatever show they want.
But with somebody like this Zacharias dude, I was telling Alana, well, I understand why you would still want to listen to his tapes, but I would think that if I was a Christian, I wouldn't want to hear tapes of this guy repping my religion, knowing that he was a sexual pervert, because it makes him look bad for the cause.
I kind of get what you're saying, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like it just happened so quickly. It happened so quickly, and immediately it was off the air, off of that station.
Yeah. I could see why they would do that, though.
Okay.
In this particular situation.
And coming from, I mean, this is coming from someone who hasn't really heard about this guy. I mean, I've heard him speak, but I didn't know what his name was. I didn't know what he did. I didn't know exactly what Christian apologetics was until I was in college. And I would have loved to have heard more, but there's like a huge scandal around his life now. And it's sad that it happened after he died.
Yeah.
And no one could really do anything about it.
And it's interesting to me, too, because he obviously didn't atone for this in public. And one, he should, if he's going to try to correct this, he should apologize to the people who he hurt.
Yeah.
But...
And he can't do that anymore.
He can't do that anymore. And also, if it's not in public, but yet you're a moralist in a sense, you're preaching morality.
Yeah.
You should kind of apologize in public.
Oh, I agree. Or at least a written apology to every one of the people that he hurt.
Yeah, because it's a difference. It's different if you're like a movie star and you do something really shitty. But if you're preaching morals and about how your God teaches you to do the right thing, you should have to kind of do some public begging.
Well, I think the celebrities should do that too, because people also look up to them. I don't know why. Sometimes they look up to them because they think that some of them carry themselves like they are role models. So I think in some ways celebrities should do that too.
I think it's none of our business what celebrities do in their personal life. Now that obviously...
Wait a minute, hold on a second. If you're a celebrity who kids look up to, I think you very much have to apologize.
No.
Why?
Because it's just part of the game, and this is how kids learn.
No. Hold on a second. That's not right. Because if you're going to put yourself out there in movies and you're supposed to be an upstanding citizen, but you're doing all these stuff like getting drunk and urinating in thoroughfares or whatever, and kids are listening to your music, I think in some ways celebrities, if they're going to put themselves out there and if people are going to listen to them, including, which I'm not sure why they would listen to their politics, I think that in some ways you have an obligation to your fans to at least practice what you preach.
Well, one, who said that artists are outstanding citizens? One, I would make that argument. And I would say, two, the work should speak for itself, right? So if you're preaching when you're not working and you're trying to say, like, if you're trying to say, I disagree with men who cheat on their wives and aren't they horrible? And then it comes out that you cheat on your wife, then maybe that's a little bit shitty. But
well, wait, hold on a second. I'm talking about celebrities. I'm not talking about preachers.
Right, but
and I think it seems so interesting that the ones who are so against Christianity are the first ones to say that preachers should be practicing what they preach and that they can't, and some of them are even actors and actresses, yet they're putting themselves out there. Now I get that, people make mistakes. We get that. Mm-hmm. People make mistakes and they do something wrong, but as the same thing for a preacher, if a celebrity is going to carry themselves as a role model for children or a role model for women or whatever, and they're going to preach their own morals, and yet they're going to do something different, I think that they're obligated to rectify it.
I don't think so, because I think...
Why not?
I'm going to tell you why. Because they're just people with a microphone who maybe have a loud mouth. And I don't expect to get morals from people with loud mouths. So let's take people who I maybe don't see eye to eye with on everything. Let's take somebody like the Kardashian family.
Yeah, insane. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them. I mean, I know like the basic talking points, but I don't go deep with them, right? And I think honestly what Kim Kardashian did with Trump is commendable.
Yeah, I do too.
But she also married Kanye West. So what does that tell you?
Well,
But
I don't. I think that she's done some pretty weird things on TV that, uh, and I don't even. Okay, so
are you gonna let me talk? I wasn't finished.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You do that to me a lot, by the way.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
But here's the thing. Should they apologize for some of their deplorable behavior? No. It's just them. I don't look at reality.
But I'm not comparing them to the Kardashians. I'm not even talking about reality TV stars.
Okay.
I don't even consider them stars, really.
Okay.
Sometimes they can be. I don't know. I think reality stars are a little bit different than actual people that have made their living off of acting or singing.
I hear you. I would say that the Kardashians are so famous, they're kind of in that A-list level. Like, just because I don't follow them, outside of hearing what's known, like really known outside of their hardcore fans, doesn't mean that they're not super famous. So I would say that Kim Kardashian is just as famous as Mel Gibson, maybe more so at this point, or just as famous as Denzel Washington. Now, that doesn't mean that she's as talented, but if we're talking about notoriety, she's definitely at that A-list level.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, maybe she's close to it, but she is a business mogul, and she's also a reality TV show person, I guess. A personality, rather.
Yeah. Well, so you think that Mel Gibson should have to apologize for his behavior to people, to like the public?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying everybody should do this.
Okay.
I'm saying that if you're going to put yourself out there, and if you're going to write a movie like The Passion of the Christ,
yeah,
if you're going to come off as being some devout Catholic, yes, I think you have to practice what you preach.
So it's interesting to me because Mel Gibson, as we know, is racist, and he's super anti-Semitic. There's reason to believe that he's hit women.
He probably has.
I don't know if he's.
And he left his wife.
And I don't know how they're married.
Or I don't know. I mean, the last I heard that he looked like a great family man before him and his wife divorced.
But honestly, I don't think Mel Gibson should have to apologize for that stuff, because it doesn't change his behavior. So I've known plenty of people who will apologize for things because other people find out about it, but they keep doing the same behavior.
Well, okay, so if you take the celebrity thing out of it, what about Harvey Weinstein, who is a major film producer? Not anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think he should apologize?
I think he should. I think there's a thing to where all people should apologize to the people in their lives who they've hurt unnecessarily.
Yeah, just the way, that's why I think that if celebrities...
But my dear, I don't think that they should have to make a public apology.
I never said a public apology.
Oh, the way you were...
No. You misunderstood me. I also remember when I said that people don't have to apologize publicly. They can do it privately.
Okay.
No. You're assuming that I meant all public apologies.
Okay, because we were talking about your man, the Christian apologist dude.
No. I'm saying even if they do it privately where no one hears it, and they do it privately to the person, I can understand that.
Okay, I am for private apologies, obviously.
That's what I was talking about.
Because you were trying to say for their fans, because their fans look at us a certain way. And so
they do, yes. I think in some ways they
But babes, that's why I thought you meant that they should do it publicly, because you kept bringing up their fans.
No, I think you misunderstood me, and you didn't even bother to ask me if that's what I meant. You see, it's funny. I say something and you don't say, is that what you meant?
No, but why did you bring up their fans?
Well, I was trying to explain where I was coming from, because I think that if a celebrity is going to put them out there, and put themselves out there, they are somewhat, not all the time, but in some ways they are obligated to their fans to be more authentic.
Okay,
Now,
but when you say obligated to
well,
their
maybe
fans,
not obligated, but
hold on. But when you use language like that, it makes it, and you're
I
talking about,
wasn't finished.
hold on. When you use language like that, and then you talk about apologies, I could be excused for thinking that you meant make a public apology.
Yeah, but I was trying to explain it, and you just assumed it.
Okay, babes.
There you go. That's what you get for not listening.
Yeah, you get for not making it clear.
I was ow. You're hurting me.
Oh, that's your own.
Hey.
You get for not making it.
Ow! Your nails hurt.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on. You're.
Yeah, sure you get for not making it clear.
Okay.
All right, let's give it a kiss.
Ow.
Oh, and our new policy starts this week too.
What?
If I start to get triggered by something you say, I'm gonna start tickling you.
I didn't know it started this week.
Yeah, it starts this week. So that's good there, little Jaylo.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't mean, public apologies all the time.
But
I mean,
could you understand when you're bringing up their fans a lot and saying they're setting an example to these kids, why I might think you meant public apology?
No, I get that,
Okay.
but I didn't. Okay, yeah, I get that, but what I mean is, they have to have a little bit, they will, because they are putting themselves out there, people are going to look up to them and they're going to watch what they do.
Yeah, but if they're going to make a private apology, then that kid's never going to know that apology was made anyway.
Never mind.
Does that make any sense to you? I'm all for.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about the way that they carry themselves.
Okay. Well, I love you, babes. But yeah. Well, in that case, Mel Gibson should apologize to the Jews and black people in his life.
I think he needs to apologize to his ex-girlfriend because that tape just went viral.
Well, who recorded the tape?
He did.
No, she did.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it was out there, but I mean, I think that was just I think that was just crazy.
Yeah.
Really crazy.
Honestly, I hope he's getting some therapy.
And radio shows have been playing it.
Oh, I remember when it broke, and Howard Stern was playing those clips a lot, and it was fun to hear him comment on it. And then I remember this one time Chris Rock called into his show.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Chris Rock's been on a bunch of times.
On what show?
Howard Stern show.
Oh, he called in.
Yeah. And you know that they were in that movie together, Chris Rock and Mel Gibson.
Which one was?
Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes.
And he was talking about how he was with Adam Sandler and they saw Mel Gibson at some event, and it was after Passion of the Christ,
yeah,
but before the tapes came out.
Yeah.
So it was like known that Mel Gibson hated Jews, but it wasn't known that he had a problem with black people.
Oh, wow. So
like Adam Sandler didn't want to have anything to do with him.
Yeah.
But Chris Rock was still hanging out with him.
Wow.
And then the tapes came out,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Interesting stuff, babes.
Well, that's interesting too because, of course we know that Danny Glover was in the first one with him.
Danny Glover was in all 4 of them.
It was all 4 of them, yeah.
That had to suck for Danny Glover because now he's got to go around and talking about Mel Gibson in every interview and apologizing for him. I think there's actually still friends because There's been talk recently about doing another Lethal Weapon movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
After all that?
So
I didn't know about I didn't know about Mel Gibson's feelings about black people. I knew about the Jews.
Yeah.
I knew that there was some controversy with him, but I didn't know about, his feelings for black
people. Listen to the tapes.
Oh.
Yep.
I heard enough of it. It's pretty outlandish.
Oh.
It's really uncalled for.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he does believe in Jesus, so.
Yeah, he sure acts like he doesn't.
Oh, well, good.
I couldn't believe that my former teacher saw him in Europe and
Yeah.
he was completely wasted. And
Wa-
I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's
Was this before Passion of the Christ?
I believe it was, yes.
Wow.
I believe it was, because the Passion of and she was, I'm trying to remember now. This had to be, I think, between 2004 and 2005 when I started working with this teacher.
Okay.
I was her student, and when the sub teacher came in, who was eventually my teacher in college.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh yeah, I got a message from so and so, and she's having a good time on vacation, and she saw she saw Mel Gibson coming out of someplace, and he was really drunk." And I'm like, "Oh wow."
So Passion of the Christ came out, I believe, in spring of 2004.
Was it 2004? Oh no, wait. I think it might have been after.
Okay.
I think it might have been after, because I think I started working with her. I think it might have been in the summer of that year.
Nice.
And that was insane.
Does that movie suck, Passion of the Christ? It looked like it was really bad.
I didn't see the whole thing. I only saw parts of it. There is a descriptive version of it, because because the whole entire movie is in Aramaic. I don't know. I've heard good things about it. I heard it's pretty intense. I heard that people in the theater were just crying audibly during the whole entire movie, because there's a lot of violence. But the movie is completely in Aramaic. So I don't know, because I didn't see the whole thing.
Okay.
I don't know if I could see the whole thing. I think it would be a little too intense for me.
He's made other films that I think are awesome. Braveheart is a great movie. Obviously, I've said Man Without a Face is great. So he does have movies that I think are excellent.
He did a version of Hamlet.
He did a version of Hamlet. He's done other things too. But I'm not going to watch Passion of the Christ or his newer films. I don't need to see that.
Yeah, I think the Passion of the Christ, safe to say I'm not going to see it, just because of how I just couldn't. I don't think I'd be able to handle it.
It needed to be more of a buddy comedy.
But
what? It should have had a Chris Rock.
But what? This is not Passion of the Chris.
Yeah, can we call it? That'll be the sequel.
Bubs.
What? It'll be here's the sequel. It's called Passion of the Chris, and Chris Rock goes to a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan event.
Huh?
Because remember, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Oh yeah,
and kind of compared him to the devil during his Oscar speech. He goes to there, and all these people dressed up as the cast of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air try to crucify Chris Rock, and it's 2 hours of that, and it's directed by Mel Gibson.
That's weird, Bub.
You like Passion of the Chris?
No.
Oh.
That's a little bit weird, but I do think that if they tried to do that, it would chaos and comedy would ensue.
Yes.
I don't think that would work.
Oh my goodness.
Bub.
Okay.
It's a little weird.
What else?
What else?
Yes.
What else?
Yes. I apparently am really bad at spotting celebrities going off the rails, because the Harvey Weinstein thing.
Yeah.
Charlie Rose, I thought was completely normal.
Oh. Right.
And it turned out that he was a perv.
Oh, yeah. I heard about, because I've heard about him over the years.
I've loved Charlie Rose. I've been a fan since the 90s.
But I never watched his show, really.
Oh, so it's awesome. Mm-hmm. But I honestly thought that Will Smith had it pretty well together before the whole slapping thing.
I was really shocked too, actually. I'm like, why would you do that? And it wasn't even a bad joke, to tell you the truth.
It was a bad joke, but it wasn't,
It was a bad joke, but it wasn't like he was making fun of her weight, right? It was the fact that she didn't have any hair.
It was a G.I. Jane joke. It was just a bad joke in that it wasn't funny.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. It was a G.I. Jane joke. I don't think he should have been overly sensitive about it. I hope that he is able to really, really think about this, because Will Smith doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would just go off the rails.
No, that's not about the joke. The joke was a thing that was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that. I mean, it's not like he, it probably was like other things accumulating.
Yeah.
And I do think that he, that was good that he acknowledged that what he did was really, really bad, and it made him, it didn't make him look very good.
Hold on. He did that in a statement afterwards.
Okay.
And during his Oscar speech, he was kind of comparing Chris Rock to the devil. And I was really shocked that more people didn't call him out just for that.
Okay, so I heard that part.
Yeah.
I don't think he was calling him the devil. I think
he was comparing him to the devil.
That's not what he said.
He didn't say Chris Rock is like the devil, but he says something like, somebody once told me that when you're doing well in life, the devil will always try to pull you down. It was something to that effect.
Yeah, but I don't think, okay, so I think what he was trying to say, and I think that I can understand why it would imply that he said it.
Mm-hmm.
I think what he meant to say that the devil will use people to bring you down. Not that he was the devil that was going to bring him down. There's a difference.
Okay, but you could see we're hearing that where I might think.
Yeah, but I think that I can understand why you would that would imply that he said it, but I think that when you talk about the devil bringing you down, it's really not a good idea to compare people to that, and I don't think it's what he was trying to do.
But it came off like that to me. And the other thing, in his Oscar speech, he never said he was sorry to Chris Rock. And
no.
And this isn't a new thought, but Hollywood, who always likes to talk about violence and how it's wrong, most of the people in that room were applauding for Will Smith when he went up on stage.
Yeah, so I don't know. I that whole thing was just uncalled for.
Yeah.
I think that the G.I. Jane thing, maybe he shouldn't have said it.
Oh, it's just a
But it wasn't even a funny joke. It wasn't even like the worst thing that he could joke about either.
Yeah, I think there's no defending what Will Smith did.
And Chris Rock, and in Chris Rock's defense, he didn't even hit him back.
Chris Rock could have had him arrested.
He could have had him arrested.
And apparently the producer of the Oscars brought that up as a possibility of having the police go out there and take Will Smith out before the nomination for Best Actor was announced, the winner for Best Actor. And Chris Rock said that he didn't want that to happen. Chris Rock seemed like a very classy guy in that situation.
I would agree.
And he only cheated on his first wife 3 times.
Oh,
he talks about that in his columns.
I know, you told me that. We have to go there again. I don't condone cheating, by the way.
I don't either.
Uh-huh.
But I understand. From Chris Rock's perspective, because he's like super rich and famous and, all that stuff.
But I mean, I really hope that Will Smith has some time to think about it, because he's not going to be allowed to go to the Academy Awards for 10 years.
He got the weakest punishment.
I'm just saying, Bubs.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they banned him from being nominated for Oscars in the next. You know what I would have done? If I was the Academy, I would have banned him from life from attending the ceremony.
Banned him for life?
Yes. And I also would have banned him for life for being nominated for an Oscar. And to set an example, I would say any movie with Will Smith is ineligible to be nominated for any Oscars.
You're making it sound like it's unforgivable.
It's not unforgivable. You're not arresting the man and sentencing him to life in prison. But you have to be harsh to send out the type of message that this behavior will not be tolerated at the Oscars.
But wait a minute, though. How is this guy going... because you would agree, right, that people deserve due process in what they do. So by banning him, how is he going to get the chance to have due process?
What do you mean? He can go out and make his case on television any night of the week. Any television show would be happy to have him. He'll still get to work in Hollywood. I'm just saying I would completely ban him from any activity involving the Academy Awards, including nomination for him or any movies that he stars in the future. That's what I would do. You're asking me what I would do? That's what I would do. And I think that's more than fair, because he put a blemish on the Oscars. And the Oscars have been suffering recently.
Well, the Oscars haven't been suffering because of him. They've kind of been going downhill.
But he didn't help, Because you could say, yeah, it brought a lot of attention to the Academy, but it brought a lot of negative attention. It brought a lot of negative attention.
Yeah, but it was going down for a while.
Right, but this doesn't help.
Of course it doesn't help. I'm just saying, I don't know what's going to go on with that situation. It's sad that it had to come to that.
Yeah.
I think that it was so uncalled for.
Yeah.
I think that he, I'm glad that he was able to talk to some people that were trying to calm him down, but I think he should have thought about it before. Because Will Smith always struck me as somebody that was actually a really thoughtful person.
Me too. And I'm sure he is. Like, that doesn't mean that just because he did that, he's a horrible human being. He could have just been having a bad time.
Not at all. But he had no excuse for hitting somebody, just for making that. And maybe it was an insensitive joke, but I think that he should have really. Maybe he should have talked to somebody about his problems, because obviously he was having problems with his marriage, and
yeah,
and that's kind of a crazy thing going on there, and then whatever is going on, and it came out in a slap to Chris Rock's face. I think he should have really thought about it before he even went up and decided to strike Chris Rock. I think that would have been better handled, to where if he talked to the his fellow celebrities there that were trying to calm him down, this wouldn't have happened. Or at least thought about it. I don't know, just really thought about his problems and figure out a way to work some of these things out, I guess.
And apologize, as Alana would say, privately to Chris Rock, but don't make any mention of it in the press. Because you have fans who are watching. What? What? That's what you would say, right?
No. Bubs.
What?
I think he needs to rectify the situation for sure.
Yeah.
Whether he apologizes publicly or privately, or in this case a statement, I think he needs to rectify it somehow.
If I recall, he released a statement, or his publicist did, like a couple days later, apologizing to the Academy, but he didn't mention Chris Rock in it.
Which was the one person he should have apologized to.
Yeah.
I think he should have. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see, because I haven't been hearing about Will Smith for a while after that.
I hope they make a biopic about him and they get a good actor to play Chris Rock in the movie. A Chris Rock type, but not the real Chris Rock. Yes, we just want a Chris Rock type.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
It is sad because that does mark his career.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that one bad choice that he did at the Oscars. It's really sad.
Yeah.
That's not the worst thing he could do.
No.
But it's going to be on his record.
Yeah.
And it is sad. It is sad that it had to come to that.
His book is great, though.
Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Will Smith's book.
What was it called again?
I think it's just called Will. It came out last year.
I remember you read it and you told me about it.
It was awesome.
Oh.
Yes. And it felt... A lot of times with these celebrity books, they'll put in these little mistakes that they did. Like they'll say, oh, I once put honey on my honey oats. Or I once, told my life, I love you. And when I really should have said it, when I really should have given her a hug instead of just saying, I love you.
Okay.
They'll admit to these like little flaws that aren't really that big of deals.
Yeah.
He goes into it with his issues in the book. And I thought Harvey Weinstein was a good guy. So what do I know? But I got the sense from reading Will Smith's book that it was very honest.
That's good. You always want, and it was like a memoir, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between, this might be a dumb question. What is the difference between a memoir and an autobiography?
Well, I mean, different people will give you different answers, but my interpretation is an autobiography is usually something that people write near the end of their lives.
Yeah.
And a memoir is usually people write it when they're still doing things and they're still kind of in the mix. Or a memoir could also focus on one particular aspect. So, like, I could say I'm writing a memoir about my childhood.
Right.
You know,
Right.
as opposed to an autobiography, which is supposed to cover most of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And a biography is written by somebody else.
Yeah. But Will Smith has a great title for his next book. Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh my goodness, that's a show.
But then,
I never got into that show.
I watched the first episode and I liked it, but I never went back to it.
It's okay, but I didn't think it was that funny.
I liked the first episode.
That's just me though. I didn't really think Everybody Hates Chris was funny.
Yes.
But what do I know?
I don't know, babes.
I don't know.
His movies suck, but he is a great stand-up comedian.
Oh.
Chris Rock.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, oh.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
oh my goodness.
Oh goodness. Oh what yeah.
I was upset this morning, babes, but not at you.
Oh good.
Okay.
What happened?
You go to sleep. And so I as we've established, have been going down the Siskel and Ebert rabbit hole the last few weeks.
Yes.
And I'll do this like every 6 months. I'll go on a binge of their stuff.
Yeah.
And I found this clip of Ebert talking about a book that he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called A Kiss Is Still a Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Bookshare. It's not there. They have other books by him, but just not that one. Go to Bard, search for it, and see that it's already in my wish list. So you would think that's great, but Bard is messed up. Because unless I want to scroll down through my wish list, click on it to download, I can't just do it. It's not like I can see that the book's there and I can just download it from there. I have to remove it from my wish list, go back, and then put it back on the wish list, and then it'll be at the top of my wish list. Then I can download it.
Oh, wow.
But
you have to put it at the top of your wish list?
Yeah, here's the deal, though.
Wow.
Sometimes when you click remove from my wish list, it won't always do it.
Yeah.
And so I must have done that 5 or 6 times throughout the day yesterday, and it's still on there.
Oh, that's weird.
I know Bard really needs to get their shit together. Anyways.
Looks like somebody's complaining.
I am.
Yeah. Gwiping Friday.
Oh, Gwiping Friday. Yes. I go to my wish list, and I never realized this, but there's a search option on top, and you can search by title or author.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking, oh, great. Type in Roger Ebert, nothing comes up. This, by the way, that's the first time I've used the search function.
Yeah.
And it takes me a few searches to realize what's going on.
Okay.
It'll search the books that are, the titles are loaded. So I know you don't have this many books on your wish list, but what'll happen is Bard will show like the last 50 books that were added to your list. And so if I search for the name Bill, if there's somebody, an author with the name Bill, or it's in the title within the last 50 books on my wish list, it'll come up. But if there isn't, but it's further down in the list, it just won't. So it won't search your entire wish list. So I had to scroll to the very bottom, and I had 1,388 books. I didn't know where in there the Roger Ebert book was.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't even remember adding it to the list. I had to scroll down to the very bottom, then I searched Roger Ebert and was able to find it and download it.
Oh, wow.
That doesn't make any sense. Why can't you search your entire wish list? And if a book is on there, why can't you just download it from the Bard homepage if you don't remember adding it?
What I don't understand is why can't you download it anymore just straight from where the book is?
Exactly.
Because they used to do that.
You could do that if it's not on your wish list. I believe.
No. Even if it, because I've looked for a book recently.
Yeah.
And I think I had, what did I do? I think I had to go save it to my wish list and then download it.
Okay, they might have changed that.
I really wish they would change it back because the downloading thing was better.
It is.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Don't try to confuse us.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to, I think what they should do is update it like at least every 2 months.
I think they should update it once and make it a good update.
Yeah.
So it has features that are intuitive. And then periodically, maybe if you want to make it better, you do so.
I would agree.
But don't make it just like this wonky thing that is not that intuitive for blind users.
I would agree.
Yes.
I would agree. It's like, make it a good update and just keep it there.
So I downloaded that and the Michael Moore book, Downsize This, which I've always meant to read, but I never have. And so now my book wish list on Bard only has 1,386 books.
It's a lot.
That's a lot there, Jaylo.
That is a lot, yo, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I understand, babes, that you have been doing some reading, but not a lot.
No. I need to get back into it. So I'm reading 11/22/63, and I've gotten to the part where Mr. Jake Epping is he went through the portal, which was in Al's Diner, a local burger place, and does he before I go on, does he find out how that portal got there?
You're gonna have to keep reading, babes.
Okay, so I don't know yet, but talking about describing what's going on around him, because he sees this dry shed, there's these smokestacks, the sounds are different, he sees this scrawny guy in a jacket, he looks really old, so we'll have to see what happens.
But we're gonna do a reading hour after this, right?
Half an hour to an hour.
Okay.
Yes,
and
yeah.
So after we read this, Lolita, and then the two books that you wanted to read, we might actually read some Peter Biskind.
Maybe.
Because I think it would be great as far as your education as a cinephile to know some of this stuff.
I'm not a cinephile buff.
Oh.
I'm not a film buff as much as you are.
That's fair, babes.
I
But it's good to know this stuff. It might come up in life. Yes.
Really?
Yes. I think it could. I didn't know, babes, and I guess I should have known this, that Miramax had a book division.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I heard it in the book the first time I read it.
Oh.
And I remember, so I guess I just forgot it, but in the 90s, after the movie Jackie Brown came out, Quentin Tarantino released the movie script for it because it is based on a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by Elmore Leonard. The book's called Rum Punch. I think we've talked about it here. The movie's much better.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that, yes.
I like the movie a lot more.
Okay.
But it's weird, like, you can get two books, like, based on the same story in a way. Like, because you could buy Quentin Tarantino's script, and you could get the Rum Punch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. How do you feel about that there, Jaylo?
I don't know, bub.
Yeah. It was super interesting rereading about Steven Soderbergh and about his time in kind of cinema wilderness. Because he comes out with Sex, Lies, and Videotape.
Because I heard about that one.
Yeah, a huge hit at Sundance. And he makes some movies through the 90s, but they're not really commercial successes. And not that that's the only standard that you should judge your career by, but you want to have the money to keep making films. I've heard about that film King of the Hill that he did, and I've heard that it's really good. And he made that in 93, but I haven't seen it.
Not to be confused with the cartoon.
No.
Okay.
No. But most of his films in the 90s, I don't even think really hit with critics that hard.
So I heard of Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Was that the one, was Andie MacDowell in that one?
I believe she is. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it too, although I keep hearing about it. So I don't know.
We'll have to watch it in the near future.
Uh-oh.
Yes. But there's a lot of movies we got to watch. We need to do another documentary weekend at some point. But we're going to start going out and seeing more live music, babes.
I know.
How do you feel about that?
Very good.
Very good. What you thinking, Jaylo?
I think that this to me is going to be like the summer of live music. I think because we had a really good start with that in June.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And then we had, of course, the Blues Fest.
Yes.
That was such a great. If I didn't say it in the last podcast episode, that was. I mean, this was an awesome Blues Fest this year.
Absolutely.
I loved it better than 3 years ago, to tell you the truth.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
And I think it's because a lot of people were so ready to go outside, and people were just in the mood to hear really good music and dance and have a really good time, and the weather was just perfect.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, I can't keep raving about that time we had.
Did you tell any of your relatives about it?
I did not. I don't remember. I don't think I did.
Nice.
But
you might want to tell them.
Why?
That you had fun.
Oh. If they ask me what I did,
Yes.
During 4th of July weekend,
yes.
I could say, "Oh, that's what I did." Okay.
Oh, good.
So, anywho.
Yeah.
I
think we've covered a lot, babes.
Yes, we did.
I think let me check. I think we're only at about an hour. We're just over an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I heard that, what do you call it? Some of the people that you knew have been listening to our episodes.
That's right.
Yes.
We're not going to give out any names here.
No.
But it's good to know. And then people, I've heard people brought the show up with me before, so.
People that we know?
People that I know.
People that you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's good stuff, babes.
And they found it mainly because you told them about it.
Yeah.
Was it like
I talk about it on Facebook sometimes.
So you told me that when you got our podcast sort of more recognized over the social media stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wonder how people in other countries are like, we're able to find it because depending on what they want to listen to, like relationship podcasts. And
well,
stuff.
They could search in relationship podcasts, but also if you just type in Jaylo into your favorite podcast providers, a lot of the times ours will come up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I always wondered, though, because some people could have podcasts and they're not really recognized for it.
Mm-hmm.
And, but then other people can have podcasts and everybody knows about it. I think it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, ours isn't that big. We're not like the Lavender Hour was or anything like that.
No, I'm glad that we're not that big, honestly.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's kind of an independent thing.
It would be nice to be a little bit bigger. I'd love to be able to get guests like Harvey Weinstein and Mel Gibson would be great. Will Smith. Bill Cosby's out of prison now. I'd love to get him.
Oh my goodness.
On the phone,
Bubs. Oh my goodness.
What? No, but it is nice. It in some ways, podcast reminds me of the indie film movement.
I would agree.
Because it's done on the cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot of people know about it. And they know about podcasts, but not people don't know about everyone. There's like the blockbuster podcasts that are like from NPR and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then you have people like us who are more independent. So there's NPR. And then there's like Joe Rogan is kind of like the Quentin Tarantino of indie podcasts.
Yeah.
And then you have people like us. I guess we might be the Steven Soderbergh of the mid-90s.
The Steven Soderbergh?
No. He's big now, but in the 90s he'd kind of fallen off. We didn't really get that big to fall off. I don't know who you would compare us to.
I don't know.
Maybe that lady who directed Harry Bird.
Harry Bird?
Yeah, there's a movie called Harry Bird, and I think they changed the name of the film. I was reading about that this week.
What is the premise of that movie?
It's a film about these girls who have relationships with penises and whatnot.
What?
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
It's called Harry Bird, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not called that now because they changed the name of it, but that's the original title of it.
Ew.
Or maybe we're like David O. Russell when he did Spanking the Monkey. But we never engaged in any fornication.
What are you talking about?
David O. Russell, before he did Flirting with Disaster, did a film called Spanking the Monkey. And I haven't seen it, but I've heard that one of the main characters has sex with his mom in the movie.
Ew.
Yeah.
So weird.
That's right. That is weird.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not doing that.
That sounds like a couple movies I don't think I want to watch.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that and those two and Let Sleeping Dogs Lie. I don't think I want to.
I want to see that. Either. I think Bobcat Goldthwait is an underrated director.
Well, then you can watch it by yourself.
Oh. Well, good.
Yeah.
You really don't want to see that. I don't think he's going to show everything in that movie.
No,
Legally, he can't.
I know, but I don't want to think of dogs that way. I think bestiality is a horrendous act, and it just disgusts me just as much as incest does, both.
I would think it would be less than incest.
And child rape.
So you think that bestiality is on the same level as incest and child rape?
Yes, I do. That's why it's legal. Illegal, I mean.
Let me first say this. It is horrible.
It is horrible.
And it should be illegal.
It is illegal.
I think child rape and incest might be worse than bestiality, though. But I don't know.
I think they're both. I think the three of those things are in the same category for sexual deviance. I don't think that you can say that each one is worse than the other because they're all really horrible things.
Yeah.
Horrible things. You should not hurt small animals, and you certainly shouldn't, have relations with any animal.
Yeah.
It's gross. It's gross, Bubs.
Well, good. I'm glad we're on the same page there. Jaylo.
Jaylo.
What else do we want to talk about, or are we good?
Did you have any dreams? I did not have any dreams, but did you?
None that I remember. I know that I must have had some, but they've all left the brain.
Oh, maybe that they weren't that important.
Maybe, or maybe they were super important. Oh, I actually do remember one.
What's that?
But it's like a nothing dream from the other night.
Is it?
That I had on like Wednesday, I think. I was hanging out I was in my apartment and I had an old girlfriend there who I had in real life, but we broke up a long time ago.
This isn't your dream, right?
This is my dream.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I'm looking through my sister's stuff while my old girlfriend is sitting by and watching my TV. And that was a dream.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. Did you guys talk to each other in the dream, or you just?
I'm just looking through my sister's stuff, and she's doing her thing.
That's a little bit weird.
Yeah. Well, good, babes. You think it's time to start the weeding half hour or hour?
What time is it now?
It's probably, let me see here.
Yeah.
It is, I pulled a whole bunch of headphones when I just moved my phone. It is 12:36.
Nice.
Yes.
Very good.
What do you think, babes?
I think we should do something about that.
Very good there, little Jaylo.
Very good there.
All right, give me a kiss and we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
All right, babes, last chance.
I just want to say that it is a good day for me so far. You are here, and the sun is shining, and my groceries came early. They actually got here before 8.
Nice.
And I can't complain. And I got everything I needed.
And
including the croutons.
The other thing I want to say is look for Falling in Love with Me. Coming sometime in the future. I would say soon, but But there's probably, babes, an alternate reality where I made Falling in Love with Me like years ago, and it made me like this super famous, well-respected director. And it became like Titanic level successful. But since then, I haven't lived up to the hype. So maybe there's a reality where that happened, And ever since then, I've just either been making really bad movies or I haven't put out anything at all.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bubs.
We're talking about in an alternate reality, babes.
Bubs.
What's up?
I love you, but you're totally weird.
Oh, yeah, so are you.
Little bit quirky.
Okay.
But that's what makes you unique, isn't it?
Thank you, babes. It is.
I really don't think falling in love with me would be a good idea.
Oh. Well, we'll get to that another time, babes.
Oh.
Except in the alternate realities where I already have.
We still talk about, like, Cacophony with Mom and some other of our other ideas.
Hospitality, Dad. We need to get back to that. So many
I
good
don't know
projects.
about that one, Bub.
Let's see, babes.
All
right, babes.
All right, then.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.